Hello, welcome to the Banker's Tech Talk video series, now in its 5th year of tracking fintechs. You can watch all previous episodes on thebanker.com/techtalks. I'm Joy Macknight, Managing Editor at The Banker, and my guest this week is Martins Sulte, CEO of Mintos, a Latvian alternative lending platform. Martin, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So can you tell me a little bit about the trends and developments in the alternative lending space over the last couple of years?
First of all, what's happening is that basically we see that every company can become a fintech company. So we see more and more actually banking as a service players popping up, and the same guys like Blade or Synapse or Comply Advantage, so the guys who actually provide banking as a service. So that's definitely happening in the fintech space when it comes to alternative investments or investments as such. I would say what's happening is that all of the new guys and also the older players, they're competing for the next generation of investors. And they obviously require different tools, and they want to have different experience than the old generation of investors. That's what we see, I guess, in the fintech space.
And then how is new technology that's coming into play, how is that sort of enabling a more diverse investor community?
So with the help of technology, so many more investors can get access to asset classes and different kind of asset classes. So that's definitely what technology is helping. And then the other thing, what I would say, is also a lot of things get automated. So most of investments, and when we talk about like new investors, actually they prefer to have, in many cases, in this kind of very fast-paced life we live, they want to have rather hands-off experience. So this trend of passive income is definitely something which we see, and that's also the technology is a driving force behind that. So that's what I would say what's happening with the help of technology when it comes to helping investors.
Let's talk a little bit about Mintos and stuff. What is your business model?
We are marketplace for investing in loans. So it is a two-sided marketplace. On one side, we do have individual investors. Today, we have around 270,000 individual investors. And then on the other side, we do have loan supply. Those are loans originated to borrowers in many different countries across the globe. So today, we work with 34 different countries. And those individual investors are basically funding the loans that have been originated in many different countries. And in that way, basically what we do, we connect those people who want to save and invest with those who want to borrow. And we can do it cross-border and at scale. And that's something what we are very keen on working on.
But how do you differentiate yourself from other alternative lending platforms? Because it is a bit of a busy space.
Loans are brought to the marketplace by alternative lending companies. So we partner with the lending companies. Today we have 70 different lending companies across the mentioned 34 different countries, which are then issuing the loans to the borrowers, and then they place on our marketplace where they are available for individual investors to invest in. So that's first and foremost. So actually that allows us to scale much quicker. So that means that in each and every market when we go in, for us to get the loan supply is to partner with the lending company, right? And then the other one would be scale. So today we are perhaps one of the largest players in the European market when it comes to investing in loans. So according to some data, we hold even up to 40-50% of the market in Europe. So that's also something which perhaps differentiates us from the competitors. But first and foremost, it's really the business model and the fact that we don't originate the loans ourselves. So we don't touch the borrowers as a marketplace.
My last question is really about maybe some of the challenges that you foresee coming ahead, and then how is Mintos really going to respond to that?
Key challenge is really educating investors. So what we do is something new. So I strongly believe that Mintos is a great way of investing. So we provide the asset which has not been available for investors previously. Investors can start very small. They can start from as low as simple 10 euros. It's easy to use. And obviously, we also have had some certain traction. So far, investors have funded already almost 5 billion euros of loans through the marketplace, right? So basically, educating investors and continuing to explain them what we do is something which obviously we have to work on, because even though the loan itself is fairly straightforward instrument, right? So you give a loan to somebody and they return it back with interest. So it's fairly straightforward. But even today, if you go out on the street, most of the people most likely don't know about such an opportunity that they can invest in loans. And that's our vision at the end of the day. So we want to put loans as an asset class on the table. When investors think, individual investors, when they think that they want to start investing, they think, okay, I can invest in stocks, I can invest in bonds, most likely through ETFs. I can invest in real estate, maybe in commodities, maybe some other alternative investment. And then I also have a viable option, loans as an asset class where I can invest in.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your insights, Martin.
Thank you.